I affirm the resolution resolved the United Nations should adopt a resolution decrying or demanding an end to the annual dolphin hunt in Taiji, Japan. For a quick resolutional analysis, I'll offer some definitions. Should indicates a value style round. All other definitions are contextual, and I'll reserve the right to clarify. My criterion for the round will be ethics framed through a value of equality. Contention 1, cetacean intelligence. Dolphins are members of the order Cetacea, which includes whales, dolphins, and porpoises. These animals have been shown to have higher brain function than other animals and in many ways are as complex or more complex than human beings. Dolphins have many higher brain functionalities such as voluntary breathing, a faster brainstem transmission time than humans, the concept of numerical continuity, complex societies and family groups, the use of tools, self-awareness, and communication. Dolphins are sentient and incredibly intelligent, and any arguments that try to claim that they are not as intelligent as humans are going to be fundamentally false. While the killing of any animal is abhorrent, the killing of dolphins is compounded by their incredible intelligence and complex emotions. They are aware of the hunt and the consequences of the hunt that occurs in Japan. The dolphins know that he or she is being hunted in a calculative manner every year in Taiji. This incites normal flight responses that all beings have, but also incites more complex emotions like fear, sadness, and regret. Even if the dolphin is not killed, he or she is still traumatized by the process of being hunted, which is going to lead me to my contention 2, dolphin hunting is inhumane. The way in which dolphins are slaughtered in Taiji, Japan is incredibly unethical due to its inexcusably inhumane nature. The method is called the drive hunt, where dolphins are literally driven into a cove using terrifying techniques such as loud noises and underwater explosives. They are then trapped in the cove indefinitely, awaiting a painful death via stabbing or capture or a lifetime of display, isolation, and poor conditions in marine parks. To make matters worse, the dolphins must witness their relatives being murdered or their young being captured. Even for the dolphins that are ultimately spared from the hunt and released until the next hunt, the psychological trauma of this process cannot be understated. Although my advocacy is that it is never acceptable to murder an animal, even in the world where you buy that animals can be murdered humanely, the Taiji dolphin hunts do not meet accepted standards for humane practices. Andrew Butterworth of the University of Bristol School of Veterinary Medicine explains that their study indicates that the hunting practices do not, quote, fulfill the internationally recognized requirement for immediacy, end quote. He goes on to say that the ways in which dolphins are murdered would not be permitted in any typical regulated slaughterhouse. This is due to the fact that it can take several minutes for the dolphins to die after being stabbed, and keep in mind that this is of course all without sedation or anything to manage pain. It is a horrible, unacceptable death and one that cannot be tolerated even if you believe it's okay to kill animals under some circumstances. In the world where human on non-human animal murder continues to occur, the international community should at least demand that these practices only occur if they meet accepted humane standards, which they do not in the status quo. The third contention is going to be equality. My advocacy is that dolphins and other non-human animals are ultimately not so different from human beings and deserve the same amount of respect and protection of individual rights that we afford to human beings. I believe that this resolution should be adopted as a step in the right direction for international animal rights. The logic that justifies the inequality that we shove animals into is the same logic that has been used to justify slavery, genocide, and the exclusion of women from higher education, jobs, or political life. The logic that prompts us to force groups into different boxes because they are perceived as less intelligent or weaker is evil, and we should take every possible step to bring this sort of logic to an end. The senseless killing and capture of dolphins does not promote equality among humans and animals, contributes to an evil form of logic, and thus I affirm that a resolution decrying these hunts is only appropriate. Thank you.